Okay guys, I think I'm live now. Am I live now? If you can see me, if you can hear me, do let me know if everything is good. Yeah, I think I'm live now. Hi guys, how are you? I hope you are all preparing well for the examination. There are close to 200 people who are watching this stream live. So good afternoon to every one of you. I can say good afternoon to every one of you. I'll just say for a few people. Good afternoon, Vedant Chaudhary. Good afternoon to every one of you. There are a lot of people. So I'll tell you what is the plan for today and what is the plan for things as they go forward. Accidental Genius is saying, sir, I don't know the basics. Can I join? I think you should definitely join. Normally also, I would always tell people that try to answer questions. Even if you feel that you don't know the basics, most of the questions for CAT are not very advanced questions. These are questions from your 8th, 9th and 10th standard. So even if you have forgotten how to answer them, if you keep trying and then look at the solution, some of the questions you can actually answer. So with respect to today's stream, please go to first cracku.in/live. Once you go to cracku.in/live, you will be getting a list of questions and I want you to attempt those questions there. There are 20 questions to attempt today. So we'll try to solve each one of them today. The time limit for each of these questions is 3 minutes. So you have 3 minutes per question and you have a total of 20 questions. Good afternoon to every one of you. There are a lot of people who are telling me good afternoon. Good afternoon to every one of you. I can name you and I can actually tell good afternoon, but I just think it will waste some time. But it's okay, I'll go ahead. Good afternoon, Vaibhav, Keshav, Dharm, Rishikesh, Vignesh, Richik, Shubh, Chetan, Juhi, and Vineet. Okay, please go to cracku.in/live. Once you go to cracku.in/live, we are getting a lot of people joining. There will be 20 questions. Most of these questions are from the easy to medium level. This is definitely a session for people who are beginners or people who are intermediate. This is not a session for advanced people, but all of these 20 questions have been picked from previous year's CAT papers. So even though they are seeming to be easy, these are the kind of questions that are sometimes asked in CAT. All of these 20 questions are from either previous year's CAT or previous year's ZAT. Most of them are actually from previous CAT papers. If you look at the questions and if you answer them, you will also feel confident. You will feel that, okay, these are questions that I can answer. And similar questions are actually asked in CAT. So there is no reason for you to not feel confident about your preparation. So guys, we have more than 200 people who are watching this stream live. Please do like the stream. This will be a close to 2-hour stream. By the end of 2 hours, I'm looking for 500 likes. If we get 500 likes, then we can do these kind of sessions every week. Next Saturday also, every Saturday, note it down, from now till CAT, at 2 p.m. to 4 p.m. we will be having these sessions. Mostly I'll be solving quant questions. And most of the quant questions that I'll be solving are actually important quant questions, important quant topics, like an arithmetic, algebra and geometry. That is the plan for every Saturday at 2 p.m. So Saturday, please don't go out. Saturday afternoon, I want you to attend these sessions. They will be very useful for you. Let us try to answer these questions together so that you will also feel confident about yourself and your preparation. So please go to cracku.in/live. The first question will be on your screen in exactly another 2 minutes. This will be in test format, Dinu Sindhu. I haven't loaded the questions yet. I'm just waiting for more people to join. We have close to 100 people who have joined the cracku.in/live page. So I'll be posting the question. Anybody who can get all the 20 questions correct, they will get a free Cracku t-shirt. And let me tell you that these questions are definitely on the easy to medium side. So I would be looking for at least 3 to 4 people getting all the 20 questions correct. These are not, any single one of them is a difficult question or a very hard question. Each of these questions can be answered in 3 minutes. So let us go ahead and let us look at the first question. Vineet, now I have actually posted the question. Dinu Sindhu, I think you can see the questions now. I have posted the first question and you have 3 minutes to answer this. Vidita Agarwal, you are absolutely right. The questions will appear on your screen, and the questions I think have appeared on the screen. The first question, 4 people have actually already gotten it correct, which is fantastic. No, it has just been around 1 minute and 15 seconds, and many people have actually gotten it correct. And this is actually a question from a previous year's CAT paper. I don't remember which year. It is in the early 2000s CAT paper. So this is actually from one of the CAT questions. I think once you press on the button, I think the question is already submitted, the answer. 33 people got this question correct already. Just select and then you will submit. Okay, we have 65 people got this question correct. 34 people got it wrong. So that is fine. 65 people are on track. 70 people are on track to getting 20 on 20. Like I mentioned earlier, I want to see how many people are going to get all the questions correct, all the 20 questions correct. Anybody who gets all the 20 questions correct in this stream, they will be getting a free Cracku t-shirt. So it is very important for you to focus and try to get the questions right. Okay. Let us answer this question. In this question, we are told that a college raised 70% of the amount for a new building by receiving an average donation of rupees 600 from the people who are already solicited. The people who are already solicited represent 60% of the people. The 60% of the people the college will ask for donations. If the college is to raise exactly the amount needed for the new building, what should be the average donation from the remaining people who are yet to be solicited? So people are of two categories. One is already solicited, that is people who have already been asked, and the yet to be solicited. The percentage of people who are already solicited is 60% of the people. Let us assume that the total number of people in the college is say 100x. So the number of people who are already solicited is 60x. And the number of people who are yet to be solicited is 40x. Now the 60x people on an average they donated 600 rupees. So the total money donated by these people who are already solicited is 60x into 600, which will come to 36,000x. But what is the significance of this 36,000x? It represents 75% of the money that is needed. So 75% of the money is 36,000x. So the total money that is needed for this new building will be 36,000x divided by 75%, which is 0.75. This is equal to 48,000x. Out of which, like we discussed earlier, 36,000x is already donated. So the remaining amount is 12,000x. This 12,000x has to be gotten from people who are yet to be solicited. And how many of them are there? There are 40x of them. So what is the average donation of this 40x people? That will be 12,000x divided by 40x will be equal to 300 rupees. So the average donation from the people who are yet to be solicited has to be rupees 300, which is option A. Let us look at the next question. I hope to see more people get the second question correct. The first question was gotten correct by 74 people. I want to get the second question to be gotten right by more than 74 people. Let us see. If you have just joined the stream, guys, please do like the stream. This will be a long stream. This will be a 2-hour stream. We have 147 likes. I want to get to 500 likes before the stream ends. So we need just another 350 likes. So please do like the stream, guys, before the stream ends. Let us get to our 500 like target. I've opened the website, but this is the same video there. How do I answer the questions? Just go below the video, then you'll get the questions, answer them. The questions are below the stream in the website. If you have just joined the YouTube stream, please go to cracku.in/live, cracku.in/live. If you go to cracku.in/live, then you can see minutes to back this. If you have just joined our YouTube live session, please go to cracku.in/live. There you will be getting the questions which will be below the video. So go to cracku.in/live to join the session. And if you are joining the session there, please do like the stream. We have 170 likes. I want to get to 500 likes, so we just need 330 more likes. If you have any doubts with respect to your CAT preparation, feel free to ask me in the chat. I'll answer it. Okay, let us answer this question. 77 people got this question correct, which is fantastic. Let us try to answer this question. A student gets an aggregate of 60% marks in 5 subjects in the ratio 10:9:8:7:6. The passing marks is 50% of the maximum marks, and each subject has the same maximum marks. In how many subjects did he pass the examination? Let us assume that the total marks is 100. So the aggregate that he got is 60. And the passing mark is 50% of the maximum marks, which is 50. The ratio of his scores in the 5 subjects is given, that is 10:9:8:7:6. So let us assume that his scores in these 5 subjects are 10x, 9x, 8x, 7x and 6x. So the total marks that he got in these 5 subjects are 10x plus 9x plus 8x plus 7x plus 6x, which will come to 40x. So the average of these 5 subjects will be 40x divided by 5, which is 8x. What we are essentially told is that this 8x is equal to 60, or the value of x is 7.5. So what is his score in the 5 subjects? It will be 75. 9 into 7.5 will be 67.5. 8 into 77.5 is 60. 7 into 7.5 will be 52.5. And 6x will be 45. These are his scores in the individual subjects. The passing mark is 50. This would imply that he has passed in these 4 subjects and he has failed in this 1 subject. So the correct answer is option C, which is he has passed in 4 subjects. Let us look at the next question. And if you have posted any doubts in the session, I'll see. I'm not getting any questions here. Please refresh. I'm refreshing, but cannot see live class. Okay. You are correct, Nikhil Verma. Those are the 4 subjects you would pass in. It is okay if it is not working for you in the website, that is fine. Just follow the YouTube stream, and if you are getting the answer, just post it in the chat when you solve it. Ideally, you would go to cracku.in/live and try to answer it over here. But if you are not getting it over here, that is fine. Just go to cracku.in/live. If you are not getting it, you can post it in the chat. One more thing I wanted to ask you is, how many of you are actually taking mocks? If you have started taking mocks, please do comment in the chat that you have started taking mocks. And do let me know when is the last mock that you have taken. If it is 2 days back, if it is last week, if it is 1 month back, if it is yesterday, if it is today morning, just message in the chat when was the last time you have taken a mock. Taking mocks today morning. Very good, Navya. Sujay Mukherjee saying last week, Wednesday. Okay, that is fine. I think if you're taking one mock every week, that should be okay as of now. Maybe from the end of October or so, you can start taking 2 mocks every week. 1 percentile is saying starting from tomorrow. In general, that is not a good idea. You should start from today. You should start from now. If you want to do anything, you should do it today. Very good. Many people are saying that they have started taking mocks. Some people have taken it today morning, like Jane Bit, which is good. Pranay Kumar is saying, sir, do one on algebra also. I plan to do one every week. So ensure that every Saturday you are actually attending the stream. Every Saturday from 2 p.m. to 4 p.m. attend our sessions. They will be very useful for you. Like, this makes me very happy. There are 100 people who got this question correct. And this is also a question from a previous year's CAT paper. This is an easy question. I give it to you. But even easy questions actually come in CAT. This is also from one of the previous year's CAT papers. Richik Dadij is saying, can I take 3 mocks every week? I think taking 3 mocks every week as of now is just an overkill. I don't want you to get burnt out by the time of CAT. Take, I would say, 1 mock or 2 mocks every week. That should be sufficient. We have 120 people who got this question correct. Let us try to answer it. This person has 1 rupee coins. That is 100 paise coins, 50 paise coins, and 25 paise coins. Okay. The number of coins are in the ratio of 2.5:3:4. So let us assume that he has 2.5x of 100 paise coins, 3x of 50 paise coins, and 4x of 25 paise coins. The total amount with him is 210 rupees. So instead of doing it as paise, let us count it as rupees. This is 1 rupee, 50 paise is 0.5 rupees, 25 paise is 0.25 rupees. So what is the total money with him? It will be 1 into 2.5x, which is 2.5x, plus 0.5 into 3x, which is 1.5x, plus 0.25 into 4x, which is x. This is the total money that is with him. This is equal to 210 rupees. 2.5 plus 1.5 is 4, plus x is basically 5x. So 5x we are told is 210, or the value of x is 42. If the value of x is 42, what is the number of 1 rupee coins with him? The number of 1 rupee coins with him is 2.5x, which is 2.5 into 42, which is equal to 105. So the answer for this question is option D, which is 105. Let us look at the next question. And let us try to see how many people get it correct. We have 192 likes. There are more than 200 people who are watching this stream live. If you are watching this stream live, please do 2 things. One, go to cracku.in/live so that you can actually try to attempt the questions on our website where your answer will be tracked. And if you get all the 20 questions correct, you will get a free t-shirt from Cracku. The second thing I want you to do is, please do like the stream. We have 194 likes. Before the stream ends, this will be a long stream. Before the stream ends, I am looking for 500 likes. So we need another 300 likes. So please do like the stream. Gunjan Dhaman is saying, sir, could you please suggest which mocks from Cracku should I purchase as of now for practice and sectional? If you're looking for practice, I would recommend you to take the Cracku mocks plus daily targets practice, that package of Cracku mocks plus daily target. That is a package which is for students who have probably already taken CAT, maybe they're comfortable with the basics and they're looking for good practice. They, I think, should take the Cracku mocks plus sectionals and the daily target. Pavan Rupapara is asking, shall we start by giving sectional mocks and then proceed with full mocks? I think that is fine. That is not a bad idea at all. If you have just started taking mocks and if you are feeling uncomfortable to sit for 2 hours or if you are finding it difficult to sit for 2 hours, it is completely okay to take sectionals. But if you are taking sectionals, I would recommend you to take at least 3 sectionals every week because the sectional is only for 40 minutes. Vikas Gangur is saying, sir, can you please ask your team to give us link for previous year's full revision videos and 100 question videos? Please share the link in the WhatsApp group, sir. That will be a great source at this time. Very good suggestion, Vikas. Students who are just joining us and students who are not aware of Cracku, on our YouTube channel, there are a few very, very useful videos which will be very, very concept driven. There won't be any like ads or there won't be any like so to say gyan. They will be basically just concepts and solving questions. They, I think, will be bang for buck for your time. Those YouTube streams, I'll mention it here, those YouTube playlists, definitely bookmark them. One is the revision playlist, the CAT revision playlist. This is very well liked by students. This CAT revision playlist consists of 4 videos. There are 2 videos for quant. There is 1 video for LRDI and 1 video for verbal. In each of these videos, the entire syllabus is covered. It is very, very useful and they are watched by lakhs of people. If you look at the view count for each of these videos in this playlist, there are in lakhs. The link for this, we'll post it in the chat. I would recommend you to bookmark it. It will be very useful for you. The second one is the 100 most important quant questions. Every year we make a video of 100 most important quant questions for CAT. This also we will release the playlist. I think in this there will be 3 or 4 videos, I don't remember because we have been doing it for the last 3 or 4 years. So there are 3 or 4 videos of this 100 most important quant questions. Very, very useful for you. Definitely do check it out. The next one is the 25 LRDI sets, most important LRDI sets. This also is a playlist. I think here also you'll have 4 videos. These are all long videos. My recommendation for you is to bookmark this playlist and keep watching at least 30 to 40 minutes of these videos every single day. But I would also recommend you to not just watch it, try to solve it while we are solving it. When you see a question on the YouTube stream, pause it and try to answer it on your own. Let us look at this question. 130 people got this correct. That is fantastic. It makes me so happy because 130 people got it correct. This also is a previous year's CAT paper. This is also a previous year's question from CAT. So if you're getting these questions correct, you are actually on the right track. Questions like this are actually often asked in CAT. There will be some questions which are much more difficult than this, but there will also be some easy questions and you should definitely get the easy questions correct. Gopal went to a fruit market with a certain amount of money. With this money, he can either buy 50 oranges. So here he can either buy 50 oranges or 40 mangoes. So the cost price of 50 oranges and 40 mangoes is the same. Let us assume that the total money that he has is 200x. Why did I use 200? I can use any number over here, but I will use 200 because 200 is the least common multiple of 50 and 40. You can use it as x, you can use it as 50x, you can use any number over here. I'll just put it 200x because this is 200 is a multiple of 50, it is a multiple of 40. Then as you can see, the calculations become easy. So what is the cost price of an orange? 50 oranges cost 200x. So one orange is going to cost you 4x. 40 mangoes cost 200x. So one mango is going to cost 5x. Now, when he is going on the way, he retains 10% of the money for taxi fare. What is 10% of 200x? That is 20x. So the amount that he spends is only equal to 180x. Now out of this 180x, he buys 20 mangoes. What is the cost price of 20 mangoes? It will be 20 into 5x, which is 100x. So 100x rupees he spends on buying mangoes. So how much money is he left with? he is left with 80x. Now this 80x, he uses the oranges, he buys the oranges, and how many oranges does he buy? He is going to get 80x divided by 4x, which is 20. So he is going to get 20 oranges from it. So the correct answer is option B. Let us look at the next question. Mohit Rohit is saying, sir, I am stuck with allegations and time speed distance in arithmetic. I want to continue with algebra, how to overcome this. I think that is fine. There will be certain topics in arithmetic you are comfortable with. There are certain topics you are not comfortable with. That is fine. You are still starting. There is still 2 months time. So don't try to get worked up about any particular topic you are finding it difficult. Just ensure that you know at least what is important. You need to be good at arithmetic, algebra and geometry. All 3 of them, all the topics. Right now, if you're good at certain topics of arithmetic, that is fine. You want to go ahead and do some algebra, do it. But again, come back and solve these questions from the arithmetic, time, speed and distance and allegations that you're mentioning. Shashank, that is basically something which is common for many people. That having that nervousness, I think is a common thing, but you'll have to get over it. If you're finding it stressful to do it in front of the timer over here in this test, you would be a lot more stressed out on the day of the examination, which you should overcome. There is no alternative. So try to take mocks, try to take sectionals and try to overcome that. Mohit Patel is saying, sir, what are your thoughts on 3.88 lakh registration? Give us your opinion. See, the thing is, the number of people who are taking CAT has been increasing. Again, we can't fight it. In an ideal situation, that should not be the case. In an ideal situation, if somebody wants to do MBA with the right reasons, they should be able to get a good seat in a good university. But you know how things are in India. We have so many people and we have so few seats, which is stressful. It feels competitive, but that is basically something which you can't change. But the plus side is, out of this 3.88 lakh students, I don't know how many of them are actually very serious students. What do I mean by very serious students? I don't know how many of them, for example, will take, say, 10 mocks. If you really ask my opinion, that is out of this 3.88 lakhs, how many of them would take 10 mocks? My definition of a serious student is, before the day of the examination, they will take 10 mocks. Out of this 3.88 lakhs, not more than 20,000 would have taken more than 10 mocks. This is what I believe in. Now, you can look at the number and you can get worried or panic, or you can be one of those 20,000 people who will actually take mocks. Be the serious student. There are not a lot of very serious students. So your competition mostly will be with those 20,000 people. All of these questions are from previous year's papers. Most of these questions are from CAT 2000 to CAT 2007. You're right, these are easy questions. Like I mentioned, all the 20 questions will be from the easy to medium. This is the first time we are doing, so I didn't want to scare people off by giving difficult questions. Most of them are easy to medium. So it will be good if you can score well. But all of these questions are picked from either a previous CAT or from a previous ZAT. Mostly from previous CAT. And most of these questions from CAT have been from CAT 2000 to 2007. In this question, we are told that there is an outgoing batch of students who want to gift PA system, which is worth 4,200 to their school. The teacher offers to pay 50% more than the students, and an external benefactor pays 3 times the teacher's contribution. How much should the teachers donate? So you have students here, you have teachers, and you have the external benefactor. If you are assuming that the students give X, the teachers are paying 50% more, so they will be paying 1.5x. And the external benefactor pays 3 times the teacher's contribution, which is 3 times 1.5x, which is 4.5x. So the total donation will be x plus 1.5x plus 4.5x, which is 7x. This 7x is 4,200, or the value of x is 600. That is the contribution of the students. Teachers contribute 1.5x, which is 900. And external benefactor contributes 4.5x, which is 4.5 into 600. That I think will come to 2700. So the answer for this question is option C. Let us look at the next question. Pranjal Dikshit is saying, how many sets at least to solve for DLR to get 99.5%? I'll tell you what I feel with respect to DLR. It depends on person to person, but for me, I don't try to put a lot of pressure on myself with respect to DLR, because I feel that, at least for me, verbal I think will go okay. I think quant will go well, but LRDA can go very bad. And it has happened to me many times where I just go blank in the DLR section because I was putting too much pressure on myself. So I've realized that that is not a good strategy. So I tell myself that I don't need to score say 99.5% DLR. I tell myself that if I can get one set correct, one set out of the 4 sets correct, then I'll definitely cross 80%. And if I can get the first set correct in the first 10 minutes, that I think is fantastic. That is my mindset, wherein I would ideally want to get one set correct in the first 10 minutes. And even if I get stuck in a set, even if I'm panicking, even if I feel that all the sets seem difficult, anything like that happens also, I calm myself down and I tell myself that it's okay, you have 40 minutes to solve one set. Most often, this is basically a trick I use to trick myself into calming down. And once I get one set correct, I would normally get the second set also correct. So normally I get 2 sets correct, which will ensure that you're getting 99.5%. But like I mentioned earlier, it is very easy to go wrong in DLR. So you should know what works best for you. In my opinion, for an average student, try not to put pressure on yourself in DLR. Try to be calm. Try to know how to calm yourself down. We have 218 people who are watching this stream live. Guys, we have 260 likes. We need 240 more likes to reach 500. So please do like the stream. I can only solve 2 sets in Excel. I think that is fine, man. If you're solving 2 sets, that is good. 2 sets would ensure that if both of them are correct, you will definitely score 99% plus. Many people have gotten this correct, which is good. But again, this is from a very important concept in CAT. Many times you are given a question which is based on this concept. This question also is from a previous year's CAT paper. And this is a very important concept. Many times I would recommend you to know this formula and this concept very well. Juhi Goyal, sir, I started studying. I'm a working professional and nowadays I'm solving Cracku questions. Please tell me what I should do. Okay, Juhi. I'll tell you what you should do. Let me first answer this question, then I'll tell you what you should do. Okay. In this question, there is a guy in a petrol tank. The filling station has a capacity of 400 liters. Initially, all the 400 liters were petrol. So I would assume that this is how the petrol tank works. This is 400 liters. All of that is petrol. First, he sells 40 liters petrol. So he's left with 360 liters of pure petrol. And then replenishes it with kerosene oil. And then he puts 40 liters of kerosene oil. This process is repeated for 6 customers. So the thing you should notice is every time when a new customer comes, this solution will have 400 liters. The first time all the 400 liters were petrol. But once one customer goes, the amount of petrol in it is 400 liters into 0.9. What is this 0.9? That is basically the value of 40, which is the amount of impurity that is basically added, divided by 1 minus that divided by 400. Another way to look at it is 360 of the original solution is remaining out of 400. So the 0.9 is basically 360 divided by 400. So the amount of petrol after one customer goes is 400 into 0.9. After the second customer goes and this process is repeated, the amount of petrol is 400 into 0.9 whole square. After the third person goes, it is 400 into 0.9 whole cube and so on. After the sixth customer goes, the amount of petrol will be 400 into 0.9 whole to the power 6. 400 into 0.9, 0.9 whole cube you can calculate is 0.729. This I think is something which you should definitely know. So this will be 400 into, okay, this is 40 liters. So the amount of petrol that he is going to get is 40 into 0.729 into 0.729. You can simplify this. The answer you are going to get is 21.25 liters. The generic formula for this is, if you have a tank, suppose the volume of the tank is V. Now, if there is an impurity that is added, that is, if the first time the amount of liters that is removed is, say, A, and you are left over here with V minus A. You can look at it as initially there was 100% milk and A liters were removed and water was added, something like this, and this process repeats every time. Then the amount of milk that will remain in the solution after n times will be V minus A divided by V whole to the power n. This is basically the fraction of milk that will remain. You multiply it with V to get the actual amount of milk. In this particular case, if you are using the same formula, every time 40 liters are being removed, 360 liters will remain. So after the first person goes, the percentage of petrol will be 360 divided by 400, which is 0.9. So after the sixth person goes, after the sixth customer goes, the fraction of petrol remaining will be 0.9 whole to the power 6. Now when the seventh customer comes, he is going to purchase 40 liters of petrol. So the actual petrol that he is going to get is 0.9 whole to the power 6 into 40. Like I mentioned earlier, 0.9 whole cube is 0.729. You can either use a calculator or you can just multiply 0.729 into 0.729 into 40 and you will get the answer as 21.25. Let us look at the next question. Adarsh Rikshit is saying, will getting one set correct in DLR clear DLR sectional cutoff? I think it will definitely clear the cutoff. If you can get one set completely correct, I think you will clear the cutoff. One more thing I would recommend you to do is ensure that you don't leave any theta question in DLR unattempted. Even if you don't get it correct, even if you haven't read the set also, spend maybe 30 seconds to make an intelligent guess for the theta questions. Don't forget it. Many times you will actually get one of the theta questions correct just by luck. Because most of the answers in DLR sectionals will be numbers from 1 to 10. Students who have just started preparing for CAT, Cracku is offering 3 free CAT mocks. All of these mocks are in the latest pattern of the examination and they have video solutions. They are taken by thousands of students. So if you have just started your CAT preparation, I would recommend you to check out the free CAT mocks by Cracku. मिक्सर एंड एलिगेशन सबसे टफ लगता है अर्थमेटिक में. मिक्सर्स एंड एलिगेशंस थोड़ा डिफिकल्ट है, बट अगर कॉन्सेप्ट अच्छे से समझ में आ गया तो उसको अप्लाई करना भी इतना डिफिकल्ट नहीं है. सर, फॉर मी VRC डज नॉट गो वेल. I just want to cross the sectional cutoff, whereas I'm confident of the other two sections. I can maximize my score. Any suggestions, sir? I would recommend you to focus a lot. I would recommend you to focus on reading comprehension. I think reading comprehension it is easy for you to have good accuracy in reading comprehension. So focus on reading comprehension. I think it will help you. Ajay Patel is asking what should be the minimum number of mocks to be given. I would recommend you to take one mock every week from now till October end, that is for the next 4 or 5 weeks. From October end, try to take 2 mocks every week. That I think should be the minimum number of mocks you take. Overall, I think it will come to around say 12 to 15 mocks from now till the examination. That should be the minimum number. In this question, we are told that the number of boys in a school is 30 more than the number of girls. So we have boys and we have girls. The number of boys is 30 more than the number of girls. So if you assume that the number of girls is G, the number of boys is G plus 30. Subsequently, a few more girls joined the same school. Consecutively, the ratio of the boys to girls became 3:5. Okay. Find the minimum number of girls who joined subsequently. Let us assume that okay, thanks. Okay, so now if you assume that X girls joined, afterwards the total number of girls becomes G plus X. The number of boys remains the same, it is G plus 30. This ratio we are told is 3:5. This would imply that G plus X divided by G plus 30 is equal to 5/3. Or you can cross multiply 3G plus 3X is equal to 5G plus 150. So this would imply that 2G plus 150 is equal to 3X, or the value of X is 2/3G plus 50. Now what is the minimum number of girls at the start? We assume that there was at least one girl at the start, and the number of girls who joined will be 2/3G plus 50. So if G is at least 1, we know that G has to be a multiple of 3. Otherwise, the number of girls who joined will be a fraction. You can't have 31.5 girls to join. Either 31 girls joined or 32 girls joined. It has to be a whole number. This would imply that G has to be a multiple of 3. So G has to be at least 3. So the minimum value of X is equal to 52. That would happen when G is equal to 3. And the value of X is 2/3 into 3, which is 2, plus 50, which is 52. So the answer for this question is option C. Let us look at the next question. Nanda Kumar Reddy, this is actually live on YouTube as we speak. Dharam is saying Cracku mocks are on other level. I found it a little bit tough in comparison to others. Is that okay, sir, or I have to work on it? Dharam, the thing is, if you look at CAT 2023, it is easy to have mocks which are very easy. Like, to be really honest, the questions that are there right now, that are there in this stream, are also on the easy side. But I don't want to make the mocks to be this easy. Even though these are also questions from actual CAT, CAT 2023 was very tough. So if you prepare for that kind of difficulty, which is not crazy difficulty, that is actually the difficulty of CAT 2023. If you haven't taken CAT 2023, ask somebody who has actually taken it. It was one of the toughest. And you can also see that the difficulty of CAT is increasing year on year. It is counterintuitive. It is something that I also personally don't like, where the difficulty of the examination of the questions are increasing. Because if you look at the percentile, for 99 percentile in either quant or LRDI or verbal, the 99 percentile is actually going down. Every year, the 99 percentile number is going down. What does that mean? More people are taking the examination year on year, but the 99 percentile score is coming down. This is because the examination is getting more and more difficult year on year. That is the only logical explanation. If the difficulty of the examination is the same, as more people are taking the examination, the 99 percentile should actually go up. If the paper is getting easy and more people are taking the examination, the 99 percentile mark will continue to go higher. But one thing that you can see across the last 4-5 years is that there is a secular decline in the 99 percentile mark over the years. This just implies that the exam is getting more and more difficult every year, and you should be prepared for it. Okay, let us answer this question. There is a potential recruit who got a total of 55 marks. There are 6 performance parameters with a maximum of 100 marks in each parameter. The recruit gets the marks in the ratio of 10:9:8:7:6:5 respectively in the different parameters. In the first 3 parameters, the criteria for clearing the performance score is 50% of the maximum marks, and for the next 3 parameters it is 50%. How many parameters has the recruit cleared? So let the maximum marks be 100, and let the marks that he scored in the 6 examinations be 10x, 9x, 8x, 7x, 6x and 5x. So the total marks that he scored in these 6 exams is 10x plus 9x plus 8x plus 7x plus 6x plus 5x. This will be equal to 45x. What we are told is that the average of the score in the 6 examinations is 45x divided by 6, which is equal to 7.5x. The value of 7.5x is equal to 55, because that is the total marks that he got on an average in each subject. Now the value of x is 55 divided by 7.5, which is equal to 110 divided by 15, which is equal to 22 by 3. That is the value of x. 22 divided by 3 is approximately 7.33. So the score in the first examination is 73.33. The score in the second one is 66. This is 9 into 22 by 3. The score in the third one is 8 into 7.33. I think it will approximately be around 60. You can calculate the exact value, but that is not needed. I think it will be around 59. Because it is 22 into 8 is 176, divided by 3 is 58.88, approximately 59. In 7x is 22 into 7 by 3, which is 154 by 3, which is 51.33. 6x is 44. 5x is 110 by 3, which is 36 point something, 36.66 I think. Roughly this will be the numbers I have approximated. The passing score for the first 3 ones is 55. The passing score for the last 3 ones is 50. This is given to us. So he passed in the first 3 because in all 3 of them he scored more than 55. He scored in the fourth one also because he scored more than 50. But in the last 2 he scored less than 50 and he failed. So the number of parameters he passed is option C, which is 4. Let us look at the next question. Rishabh, I think if you're getting tired after VRs and DLR, you have to work on both your physical stamina and your mental stamina. If you're fitter, I think you'll be able to concentrate for longer. So try to maybe walk in the evening, maybe you can run in the evening, maybe you can go to the gym. Very clearly, if you get fitter, you'll be able to concentrate longer, and I think it is very, very important. That mental stamina you have to build. Guys, we have more than 200 people who are watching the stream live. You know how many likes we need for 500? 500 likes is the target. We have 318 likes. So we need just 182 more likes. Please do like the stream, guys. And if you have any doubts or queries with respect to your CAT preparation, you can ask me in the chat. I'll be more than happy to answer. Hi Joydeep, how are you? Very nice to see you, man. Even after going to I am Cozy Code, you are coming and helping your juniors, which is very nice. I remember last year, whenever I used to do a stream, Joydeep would always be there and he would be asking me pretty nice questions. They used to be very specific, and I used to feel that the questions he used to ask were also very, very relevant to somebody who was preparing for the examination. So whenever he used to ask a question, I used to go that extra step to ensure that his doubt is cleared, because I felt that his doubt is actually relevant to many of the other students who are also preparing for the examination. And like he mentioned, he has cleared CAT quite well and he joined I am Cozy Code. If I'm not wrong, I think 1 year before that, he scored around 70 percentile, but 1 year he put full effort on CAT. He was registered for our Cracku complete course, and he was one of the most diligent guys that we had on our portal. And within 1 year, I think his percentile improved from 70 to I think 97.8 or something like that, close to 98 percentile. So that is something that even I used to find inspirational, because like I mentioned earlier, he was one guy who used to be very, very diligent. If he had a live booster class, he would be there. If he had a stream solving questions, he would be there. So that kind of discipline and punctuality would inspire even teachers like me who are looking to help students. And when we have those students who are like thirsty to learn, it will be like very motivating to teach. That's okay, Joydeep. I'm sure your life in I am Cozy Code is 5 years later, you'll be a lot more nostalgic about your days in I am Cozy Code. Okay, let me answer this question, guys. A green liquid is mixed with a blue liquid in the proportion of 4:5, and the mixture is sold at rupees 20 per liter at a profit of 20%. If the green liquid costs 4 rupees more than the blue liquid, what does the green liquid cost per liter approximately? So we have a green liquid and we have a blue liquid. Let us assume that the cost per liter of the blue liquid is A. So the cost per liter of the green liquid is A plus 4. They are mixed in the ratio of 4:5. So let us assume that 4 liters of green liquid is mixed and 5 liters of blue liquid is mixed. So the total volume of the solution is 9 liters. The selling price of the mixture is 20 per liter, and they made a profit of 20%. So what is the cost price? Cost price is 20 divided by 1.2, which is 1 plus 20% per liter. So the total cost price is 9 into 20 divided by 1.2 liters, which will come to 180 divided by 1.2 or 1800 divided by 12. This is 300 divided by 2, which is 150 rupees. So this would imply that A plus 4 into 4 plus A into 5 is equal to basically 1800, which is the total cost. No, this will be equal to 150. So A plus 4 into 4 plus A into 5 is equal to 150, which is the total cost of the 9 liters of the solution. So 4A plus 16 plus 5A is equal to 150, or the value of 9A is 134. So the value of A is 14.88 liters, 88 per liter. That is the cost of the blue liquid. The cost of the green liquid is A plus 4. So this will be 18.88 per liter. So the answer for this question is option B. Let us look at the next question. I think Bhanumati, if you're actually starting to take mocks, don't take mocks on a daily basis. Then, because I want you to spend some time even analyzing your mistakes. Mock should be taken to give direction to your preparation. Mocks are not the end target. CAT is the end target. The end target is not mocks. So take mocks, but use something from the mocks. Learn something from the mocks. What are you doing wrong? How can you improve? That is the information you will get from mocks. Take mocks, maybe 1 or 2 mocks every week. That is sufficient. Art of Being You by AR. Sir, strategy for the one who started the preparation now. Finish the revision as much as possible. Finish the syllabus as soon as possible and start taking mocks on a regular basis. Don't wait for the syllabus to be over. That would be my tip. Especially if you don't have time to finish the entire syllabus, look at the important topics in each of the 3 topics, that is each of the 3 sections, and try to finish them. This is interesting, man, but I don't think this is such a trivial question that there are 18 people who got it correct and nobody who got it wrong. I know that this is an easy question, but I don't think this is such a trivial question. So I don't know how people are getting it correct. All of them are getting it correct. Sir, my score in VRC is 15 to 25, unable to increase it. Should I give more number of VRC section mocks, or should I practice more and more and then give mocks? Or should I don't, if you are able to identify that there is one section you are not doing well, and if you want to improve in that one particular section, don't take full length mocks. Focus on VRC sectionals. Do sectionals, practice RCs, and take these sectionals very seriously. You can take more and more sectionals. Maybe you can take 2-3 sectionals every week. This is for Pranjal Dikshit, who is clearly struggling in only one topic, which is VRC. If that is the case with any one of you also, focus on just taking that sectionals from that particular section. Let us answer this question, guys. A man cycles at 10 kilometers per hour and he arrives at a certain place at 1 p.m. So suppose he arrives at this place at 1 p.m. We don't know at what time he starts. Let us assume that he starts at T a.m. or T hours. Because I don't want to use 1 p.m. and 2 p.m., I'll use this as 1300. That is from midnight, he has reached at 1300. Then the time that he traveled will be 13 minus T. And the speed that which he traveled is 10 kilometers per hour. So the total distance, this distance is 10 into 13 minus P. This we are told is if he is cycling at 15 kilometers per hour, he will reach the same place at 11 o'clock. He will reach at 11 a.m. In that case, the time that he traveled will be 11 minus T. Using this, we can calculate the value of T. What will be the value of T? 10 into 13 is 130 minus 10T is equal to 165 minus 15T. This would imply that 35 is equal to 5T, or the value of T is 7. Essentially, what we are told is that he starts every day at 7 a.m. If he is traveling at 15 kilometers per hour, he will reach by 11 a.m. That is, he will reach after traveling for 4 hours. So the distance that he traveled is 4 into 15, which is 60 kilometers. Similarly, if he is traveling at 10 kilometers per hour, he will reach at 13 o'clock, which is traveling for 6 hours. So again, 6 into 10 is 60 kilometers. That is the total distance. Now he wants to reach by noon. So he wants to reach at noon, which is 12 o'clock. So the distance of 60 kilometers has to be traveled in 12 o'clock minus 7 is 5 hours. So the speed with which he has to travel is 12 kilometers per hour. So the answer for this question is option B. Let us look at the next question. Rajat Gupta is saying, sir, is it really hard for general engineering male to get into IIMS? Please answer. Yeah, I think it is definitely tougher, and it is getting even more tough every year. That is actually the unfortunate part, which is something that even I feel frustrated, but I can't see any easy solution out. The only way out is if we have more number of seats. That is the only solution to this. But it will take a lot of time. It is not going to happen in this year. It is not going to happen in next year. So this will remain for some time. And I feel we have to accept it. We have to accept it, and we'll have to fight whatever ways we can. And for people like you, the only way to fight it is by doing well in the examination. So focus on CAT, try to improve your score. Guys, we have 354 likes. We have more than 200 people who are watching the stream live. Please do like the stream. If you have any other doubts also, let me know. Divyam Bishti is saying, sir, Cracku daily targets VRC is little harder than actual CAT. I tend to score less in daily target, but for other institutes, I score well. Probably that is okay. Like I mentioned earlier, people who went to CAT 2023 were shocked by looking at the quant section. It was much tougher than what people anticipated. And many people underperformed because of the panic. So I don't want that to happen to any students who are using Cracku. I want them to be prepared for every possibility. So if some of the daily targets are tougher, that is good. If some of the daily targets are easy, that also is okay. I want them to get a good idea of what can happen. What are the kind of questions that can happen in all the possibilities. I think daily 2 hours on each section is enough to complete the entire syllabus. Yes, you are right, Bhanumati. Just ensure that the 2 hours that you are spending, so overall it will be 2 into 3, that is 6 hours. 6 hours is perfect, well timed also. It should not be 6 hours in one go, because then I don't think you can really concentrate after the first 2-3 hours. So take breaks in the middle, but put in 6 productive hours, intense hours at studying. That I think is sufficient, more than sufficient from now till examination. But let me stress, they should be productive hours. You should switch off your phone, or you should keep your phone somewhere else. You should just focus on the questions or the videos and give your 100% mentally. There are 3 runners, A, B and C, who are running a race, with runner A finishing 12 meters ahead of runner B and 18 meters ahead of runner C. Runner B finishes 8 meters ahead of runner C. Each runner travels the entire distance at a constant speed. What is the length of the race? Let us assume that the length of the race is L. This is the length of the race. All the 3 guys, A, B and C, they started at the starting point. Now when A completed L, B completed L minus 12. So the ratio of the speeds of A and B is L divided by L minus 12, because by the time A reached the ending point, B reached L minus 12 meters. That is, B was 12 meters short. Similarly, the ratio of the speeds of A and C is L divided by L minus 18. Because by the time A reached the ending point, C was 18 meters short. So that is L minus 18. Similarly, we can calculate the ratio of the speed of B and C. We are told that when B reaches the ending point, C is 8 meters short. What does this imply? This would imply that using these 2 equations, if this is the first equation and this is the second equation, if you use the second equation divided by the first equation, you are essentially going to get B divided by C. And B divided by C will be equal to L minus 12 divided by L minus 18. That has to equal L divided by L minus 8. So L minus 12 divided by L minus 18 is equal to L divided by L minus 8. You can cross multiply. L square minus 20L plus 96 is equal to L square minus 18L. you can cancel L square on both sides. The value of 2L is 96 or the value of L is 48 meters. So the answer for this question is option B. Let us look at the next question. Harsh Deshpande is saying, sir, I'm pretty bad at geometry. Should I skip it completely and focus on my area of strength or try to improve in that area? Geometry is one of the 3 very important topics. I would recommend you to not skip it. Try to know the basics of geometry, at least all the basic formulas, and try to spend maybe 10 minutes every day on geometry. Try to solve 2-3 questions in geometry every day, because geometry is an important topic. I don't want you to skip it. In an ideal situation, I want a student who is really aiming to do well in CAT to be very good at arithmetic, algebra and geometry. And they should know the basics of the other topics. The other topics are, say, number system, functions, topics that you are not comfortable with and you don't want to become very good at it. Those are those topics where you should know the basics, so that if a simple question comes from those topics, you answer it. But there are some topics where they are so important that you have to be very good at them. And those topics are arithmetic, algebra and geometry. Important topics in Akash. Akash is saying important topics in geometry. Geometry can be divided into 2 parts. One is the solids and one is the 2D geometry. Solids, there will be constant and consistent formulas. Formulas like total surface area, volume, curved surface area, those kind of things for different solids. That is, if you are looking at the formulas for solids, I think I have time. So geometry, I would divide it into 2 parts. One is the solids and one is the 2D geometry. In solids, you basically need to remember some formula. That's it. Maybe 10 to 15 formula. If you remember, you are done. And the formula are total surface area, curved surface area, maybe lateral surface area, but doesn't matter, volume of different solids. The solids can be cube, cuboid, sphere, cone. For all of them, you have to remember the total surface area, what is the formula for it, what is the formula for the volume, what is the formula for the curved surface area and all, for different types of solids. The second thing is 2D geometry. In 2D geometry, the kind of formulas that are needed are basically circles and tangents, triangles and maybe polygons. That is, you need to figure out what are the internal angle, what is the external angle, those kind of formulas. If you are looking for one place where you can download all the important CAT formulas, if you are looking for that one formula PDF, we will actually send a link below this video, or maybe we will post it in the chat, where you can download all the important CAT formulas. We made one fantastic PDF which contains all the important CAT formulas, which will be very useful for you. We also have a book for the same, and I would actually recommend you to go through that book every single day before you sleep, so that you keep revising the formulas over and over again. That, I think, is how basically winning is done, where you revise the same things multiple times, you become very good at it. So if you're looking for the CAT formula PDF, you can download it on our Cracku site. We'll post the link for the same. A truck traveling at 70 kilometers per hour uses 30% more diesel to travel a certain distance than it does when it travels at a speed of 50 kilometers per hour. If the truck can travel 19.5 kilometers on a liter of diesel at 50 kilometers per hour, how far can the truck travel on 10 liters of diesel at a speed of 70 kilometers per hour? So we are told that it travels 19.5 kilometers at the 50 kilometer per hour speed in 1 liter. So if it is traveling at 70 kilometers per hour, it will travel 19.5 kilometers, but it will use 30% more diesel. So it will use 1.3 liters. So if it is using 1 liter at 70 kilometers per hour, the distance it would travel is 19.5 divided by 1.3, which will actually come to 15 kilometers. So using 1 liter of diesel at 70 kilometers per hour, it can travel 15 kilometers. But now you have 10 liters of diesel. So the total distance that it would travel is 15 into 10, which is equal to 150 liters. So the answer for this question is option C. Let us look at the next question. Adarsh Rikshit is saying, how much time should one invest in studying P and C and probability? In my opinion, that is not very important. I'll be very honest. But I would want you to know the basics of P and C and probability so that if a very simple question comes, you will actually get it correct. So don't ignore it completely, but you don't need to spend a lot of time on it. Yes, Raj wants to strengthen his algebra. How to do it? The first thing to improve in algebra or to improve in any topic is to solve questions from previous CAT papers. I would recommend you to download the CAT previous year's papers. We have the PDF for all the CAT previous year's papers on our Cracku website. You can download them completely for free. I think that should be your first step. Once you download the PDF, start with CAT 2023. It has 3 slots. You can start from slot 1 and try to answer all the questions from a particular topic. It is quite likely, in fact, I would recommend if you are just starting your quant journey, don't start with CAT 2023 because it might be demoralizing. Start with say CAT 2022. Start with CAT 2022 slot 1. CAT 2022 also has 3 slots. So download the PDF and start answering questions from a particular topic. If you get stuck in any question, in the PDF itself, we have a button. The button will have video solution on it. Click on it. If you click on that video solution button, you will be redirected to a different page where you can actually watch the video solution which I have recorded. So one way or the other, you will know how to answer questions from these previous year's papers. That I think is the best way and the fastest way to actually improve in any particular topic. Guys, we have only 124 more likes needed. We have more than 200 people who are watching the stream live. If you have just joined the stream and did not like, please do like it, because before the stream ends, I want to get to 500 likes. And we have more than 376 likes. So we need just 124 more likes. Please do like the stream. This also is a very interesting question. Again, I'm quite happy to see that 27 people got it correct and 11 people got it wrong. But this also is from a previous year's CAT paper. गौतम यादव is saying, सर टी शर्ट कितने लोगों को मिलेगा? जिसने भी सारे 20 क्वेश्चंस करेक्ट किया, by the time the last question ends, by the time the stream ends, they will get a t-shirt. They'll have to just send a mail to support@cracku.in. And for these people to receive the t-shirt, we need to get to 500 likes. So we need only 109 more likes. Please do like the stream, guys. Now here we are told that there is a train which is approaching a tunnel AB. So let us assume that this is the tunnel AB. This is A and this is B, and there is a train over here. Let the distance of the train from the point A be equal to L. Unfortunately, there is a cat in the middle of the tunnel. We are told that it is 3/8 from the measured from the entrance A. So let us assume that the length of AB be equal to 8x. If we have the cat over here, so the distance between A and the cat is 3x. The distance between cat and the exit B will be 5x. Let the speed of the train be s1 and the speed of the cat be s2. Now the interesting thing about this particular situation is that if the cat is moving towards exit A, it will just escape. If the cat is moving towards exit B, also it will just escape. So what is the time taken by the cat to reach exit A? That will be 3x divided by s2. This we are told is equal to the time the train takes to reach exit A, which is L divided by s1. Similarly, what is the time taken by the cat to reach exit B? That will be 5x divided by s2. This we are again told is equal to the distance, the time taken by the train to reach exit B. What is the distance that the train has to travel to reach exit B? It will be L plus 8x. divided by S1. Now you just divide one by the other. If you divide one by the other, you are going to get 3x divided by 5x is equal to L divided by L plus 8x, or 3L plus 24x is equal to 5L, or the value of L is 12x. Now you are required to calculate the ratio of the speeds of the train and the cat. You can use any one of the two equations. Let us use this equation. 3x divided by S2 is equal to 12x divided by S1, or the value of S1 divided by S2 is 4:1. So the answer for this question is option B. Let us look at the next question. Ankit Khetri is asking, what is your suggestion? Revise quant section or just solve previous year's questions? I would always put more emphasis on revision and solving. Both have to go hand in hand. But amongst the two, if you ask me, I would want you to solve questions. I think that is more important. I think I already mentioned earlier, but I'll just mention it again because I think it is an important point. If you're somebody who is looking to practice very well, especially if you're looking for good content, free content on YouTube, there are 3 playlists that I would want you to follow. All the 3 playlists are available on our Cracku YouTube channel. The first one is the CAT revision playlist. The second one is the 100 quant questions you must solve playlist. The third one is the 25 LRDI sets you must solve playlist. I think this is the best playlist that you can use to revise and practice. In the CAT revision playlist, there will be 4 videos, 2 in quant and 1 in LRDI, 1 in verbal. They are taken by Siley. The quant video, both of them combined, will be for around 4 hours. The entire syllabus is revised. It is watched by lakhs of people. Definitely a 5-star playlist. The second one is the 100 quant questions you must solve. We upload this video every single year. I think there are around 4 videos here also. We have uploaded for the last 4 years. They are also watched by lakhs of people. These questions are tough questions, but they have video solution. So when the question comes on the screen, pause it, try to answer on your own. And then if you are not able to answer it, you can look at the video solution and you can see how I have solved it. Again, I think a very, very useful playlist. The third one is similar to the second one. Every year we uploaded 25 LRDI sets you must solve. That video we upload before CAT. Again, I think there will be around 4 or 5 videos in this playlist. Very good LRDI sets. I think definitely you should try to solve them. Again, a very important playlist. Definitely do check them out. Guys, we have 406 likes. We just need 94 more likes to get to 500 likes. 500 likes will be a very big milestone. Let us see if we can actually hit it. Yes, Dharam, we will release the 100 quant questions this year also, but we will release this in the first week of November. A, B, C can individually finish work in 6 hours, 8 hours and 15 hours respectively. So A can finish work in 6 hours. B can finish work in 8 hours. And C can finish work in 15 hours. We want to compare their efficiencies, not just their time taken to solve it. So let us assume that the total work that needs to be done is the least common multiple of 6, 8 and 15. If it is the least common multiple of 6, 8 and 15, many of the calculations become easy. What is the LCM of 6, 8 and 15? The least common multiple is 120. So let us assume that the work that needs to be done is 120 units. So in 1 hour, the work that A does is 120 divided by 6, which is 20 units. the amount of work B does is 120 divided by 8, which is 15 units. And the work that C does is 120 divided by 15, which is 8 units. So all of them together in 1 hour, the amount of work that they will do is 20 plus 15 plus 8, which is 43 units. So essentially the fraction of work done by A is 20 by 43. The fraction of work done by B is 15 by 43. And the fraction of work done by C is 8 by 43. The amount of money that they receive will be in the proportion of the work that they have done. So the amount of money that A will receive, because the total money that they received is 94.60, is 20 divided by 43 into 94.60. 94.6 divided by 43 will be 2.2. So 20 into 22 is 44. If you just solve this also, you can go ahead and mark A as the answer, because that is the only one with 44 as the money that A has made. But just for the sake of completeness, the money that B makes is 15 by 43 into 94.60. 94.6 divided by 43 is 2.2. This will come to 33 units. And the amount of money that C makes is 8 divided by 43 into 94.60. 94.6 divided by 43 is 2.2. So this will come to 17.6 units. So the correct answer is option A. Let us look at the next question. Rajat Gupta, if you are enrolled to Cracku, I think you would have gotten the formula book. If you are not enrolled to Cracku, you can buy the Cracku formula book by going to cracku.in/store. It doesn't cost a lot of money. I think it costs maybe 99 rupees or so. It is basically a book where we give all the important formulas for CAT. If you don't want to buy it, you can just download the PDF. I think the PDF is actually free for everyone. You can download the PDF of CAT formula PDF by Cracku. We'll post the link for it also in the chat. You download the PDF, and if you can revise a few formulas before you sleep, that also is fine. But normally before you sleep, people use a book to like fall asleep and all. So for those students, I would recommend you to buy that hard copy. 49 saying, sir, daily you will be live. I'll be live every Saturday from 2 p.m. to 4 p.m. We do have live classes every day for the premium students of Cracku. Some of the classes are taken by me, some of the classes are taken by my teachers. Those live classes happen at 8 p.m. to 9 p.m. every day. But they are only for the premium students of Cracku. The free live classes that I take will be on Saturday from 2 p.m. to 4 p.m. In this question, we are told that Ram and Shyam, they are running a race between points A and B. The distance between A and B is 5 kilometers. Ram starts at 9 a.m. from A, and the speed of Ram is 5 kilometers per hour. So the time that Ram takes to reach B The distance is 5 kilometers, his speed is 5 kilometers per hour. So Ram is going to take 1 hour and he will reach B at 10 a.m. Then he will again run back towards A and he would reach A at 11 a.m. Now Shyam starts at 9:45 a.m. and he runs at a speed of 10 kilometers per hour. So how much time will it take to reach B, which is 5 kilometers away? The time taken will be only half an hour because the distance is 5 kilometers, the speed is 10 kilometers, so the time taken is 1 by 2 hours. So Shyam is going to reach B at 10:15 a.m. and then he will again come running towards A and he would reach A at 10:45 a.m. This is basically the situation. At what time would Ram and Shyam meet each other for the first time? Now Ram starts at 9 a.m. and he would reach B at 10 a.m. At 9:45, Ram would be somewhere over here and then Shyam starts. Ram would first reach B and Shyam would be somewhere over here. Shyam starts at 9:45 a.m. He reaches B at 10:15 a.m. So at 10 a.m., the distance that Shyam covers would be 15 minutes because he starts at 9:45 a.m. and now we are looking at 10 a.m. 15 minutes is 1 by 4 hours into his speed is 10 kilometers per hour. So this is 2.5 kilometers. So this is where Shyam will be at 10 a.m. And 10 a.m. is important because that is the time Ram has reached B and now he is running back towards A. Shyam is continuing to go towards B. The distance between both of them at this point is 2.5 kilometers. So the time taken by them to meet each other for the first time is 2.5 kilometers, which is the distance between them. Shyam is going at 10 kilometers per hour towards Ram. Ram is coming at 5 kilometers per hour towards Shyam. So their relative speed is 10 plus 5, which is 15. This is 1 by 6 hours, which is 10 minutes. So both of them meet for the first time 10 minutes after 10, which is 10:10 a.m., which is option B. Let us look at the next question, which is actually based on this particular information itself. Saurav, I think if you have just started practicing DLR, there are two sources which I would recommend you to do. One is the LRDIs from previous year's papers, previous year question papers, and the second one is LRDIs from the Cracku daily targets. Both these I think are first rate resources for somebody who has just started preparing for CAT. Mohit Patel, yeah, my thoughts are 3.88 lakhs is a lot of people. It is unfortunate, but we can't do anything about it. So I would just ask you to focus on taking the examination. Ensure that you're not paranoid or you're not focused on this 3.88 lakhs. I don't really know whether that is confirmed or not also. If it is confirmed, please do post a link in the chat. I'll also look at it because I think the last day to register was just yesterday. So I don't know where this 3.88 has come. But if it is 3.88, then yeah, it's a lot of people. But how many of them are actually serious aspirants? My definition of a serious aspirant is person who has taken say at least 10 mocks. In my opinion, not more than 20,000 people would take more than 10 mocks before the examination. So your competition is with those serious 20,000 people. And if you have not taken mocks, I would recommend you to take at least 10 mocks before the examination because I want you also to be part of the serious aspirants. Adish Jain, anybody who gets all the 20 questions correct before the stream ends will get a t-shirt. But for them to get a t-shirt, we need to reach 500 likes. We are 428 likes, so we are 72 likes short. So if you have just started watching the stream, please do like the stream. I want to get to 500 likes. So Ram and Shyam are running a race between points A and B, this is the same as earlier, which is 5 kilometers apart. At what time does Shyam overtake Ram? So let us look at the earlier step only. We are looking for the time when Shyam overtakes Ram. For this to happen, Shyam starts from B at 10:15 am. Ram started from B at 10 am. So by the time Shyam reaches B and starts running back, what is the time that has elapsed? It is 15 minutes. For 15 minutes, Ram was running towards A. And the distance he would cover will be 1/4, which is 15 minutes in hours, into the speed of Ram, which is 5. So Ram would be somewhere over here. This distance would be 5/4, which is 1.25 kilometers. Now this is time 10:15 am. This is where Ram is. Shyam is running at 10 kilometers per hour. Ram is running at 5 kilometers per hour. Both of them are running in the same direction. So the relative speed of Shyam with respect to Ram is 5 kilometers per hour. So the time taken by Shyam to catch up with Ram is 1.25 kilometers divided by 5, which is equal to another 1/4 hours, which is 15 minutes. So Shyam would overtake Ram 15 minutes after 10:15 am, which would be 10:30 am, which is option B. Let us look at the next question. Yes, Ray, I think you should parallelly do OMET prep also. Focus on CAT mostly, but it is not a bad idea to at least take some mocks of OMETs, because the syllabus there will be a lot of overlap. It is just that some of the OMETs would require you to answer questions fast. There will be easier questions. So start taking mocks of OMETs and focus on CAT. Naman Kukreja got 14 questions correct. I think 14 out of 16 is a good score. Try to get the remaining 4 questions correct. I think that is okay, Surya Senthil. If you are scoring between 70 to 70 percentile in dash cats, that is okay. You will do better in cat. Don't worry. Madhukiran is asking, will CAT 2024 be more difficult as IMC is preparing the paper. That we can't say for sure. IMC last prepared the CAT paper in CAT 2018, and we have done a video on analyzing that dash CAT. You can check it out in our videos where we analyzed CAT 2018, because it was the last time IMC has prepared the paper. But in my opinion, that shouldn't really matter. We have color TVs and we have VCRs. The cost of a color TV is 10,000. The cost of a VCR is 15,000. The selling price of a color TV is 12,000. So the profit is 2,000. And the selling price of a VCR is 17.5 thousand. So the profit is 2.5 thousand. This is profit. This is selling price and this is cost price. Let us assume that he purchases A TVs and B VCRs. This would imply that the total money that he spent would be 10,000 into A plus 15,000 into B. This has to be less than 12 lakhs. 12 lakhs is 1200,000, because he can spend up to 12 lakhs, but he has to buy 100 pieces. So the value of A plus B is equal to 100. You can divide this inequality by 5. You are going to get 2A plus 3B is less than or equal to 240. 2A plus 2B plus B is less than or equal to 240. 2 times A plus B is 200. So B will be less than or equal to 40. So the number of VCR items will be less than or equal to 40. Number of TV items therefore will be greater than or equal to 60. What are we required to calculate? We are required to maximize the profit. The number of color TVs and VCRs that are sold. For every TV that is selling, he is making 2,000 profit. For every VCR that is selling, he is making 2.5 thousand profit. So the total profit of this guy will be 2,000 into A plus 2.5 thousand into B, because he bought A TVs and B VCRs. This is again 2A plus 2B plus 0.5B. 2A plus 2B is 200. This is basically all of them are in thousands. So the total profit that this guy makes will be 200 plus 0.5B. We are trying to maximize the value of the profit. So we are trying to maximize this. If you are trying to maximize this, you have to maximize the value of B. The maximum value of B is 40, and at that point A is 60. So the number of TVs he has to buy is 60. The number of VCRs he has to buy is 40. So the correct answer is option C. Let us look at the next question, which is also based on the same set. Yeah, Shyam Premi is asking something. Let me know, Shyam. Here, Premi, nobody knows how the paper's difficulty will be. We are all making calculated guesses. My recommendation is that you should start taking mocks now. Start taking at least one mock every week from now on. Okay, let us answer this question. In this question, we are told that instead of having 100 items, he has placed to buy 20 more items. So if he is buying TVs, let us assume that he is buying A TVs and let us assume that he is buying B VCRs. What we are essentially told is that A plus B is 120. The cost price of a TV is given, this is 10,000. The selling price is 12,000. So the profit per TV is 2,000. For a VCR, the cost price is 15,000. The selling price is 17.5 thousand. So the profit is 2.5 thousand. We know that the total budget has to be up to 12 lakhs. This would imply that the total amount of money that he spent is 10A, which is 10,000 into A, plus 15B, which is 15,000 into B, has to be less than or equal to 12 lakhs, which is 1200,000. Again, you divide the numerator and denominator, the left hand side and right hand side with 5. So you are going to get 2A plus 3B is less than or equal to 240. A plus B is 120. 2A plus 3B is basically 2A plus 2B plus B is less than or equal to 240. If A plus B is 120, 2A plus 2B will be 240. Or we want B to be less than or equal to 0. The number of VCRs a person buys cannot be negative. This would imply that the only possibility is that B is equal to 0. So the ratio of the VCRs to TVs that he bought will be 0, which is option B. Let us look at the next question, which is also based on the same set. I think the percentile to score for CAT 2023 is available online. I think we also wrote a blog. You can just Google search for Cracku CAT 2023 percentile predictor or percentile versus score. You will get the blog. Shyam Premi, I would recommend you to not wait till the end of September because that will never happen. You'll always, I have seen this happen to many students who will keep postponing when they start taking mocks. I would recommend you to take mocks starting from this weekend. Don't put it off. What is the worst thing it will happen? You'll score poorly, which is fine. Don't worry about it. Okay guys, we have only 2 questions left. We need 450. We have reached 450 likes. We need just 50 more likes. Then we'll hit 500 likes and the people who have scored well in this quiz will get free t-shirts. So please do like the stream. Let us get to 500 likes before the stream ends. Don't give 2 mocks a day, man. Don't do that. What do you gain by giving 2 mocks a day? You'll just be very tired. The second mock, you will not do justice to it. So don't give 2 mocks a day. Please don't do that. I would recommend you to not even give 1 mock every day. Try to, at this point of time, give 1 mock every week or maybe 2 mocks every week. Don't give more than that. You lose the essence of actually taking the mocks. I think 3 people stand a chance to get a t-shirt. They are Aditya Anmol, Priya Sharma and Radha Mittal. I think they have gotten all the 19 questions correct till now. If you get all the 20 questions correct before end of the stream, please do send a mail to support@cracku.in. Then you can claim your free t-shirt, free Cracku t-shirt. Okay, let us answer this question. Here we are talking about the original case where they can buy 100 pieces. We have the TV, we have the VCR. The cost price of the TV is 10,000, selling price is 12,000. So the profit per TV is 2,000. For a VCR, the cost price is 15,000. The selling price is 17.5 thousand. Therefore, the profit is 2.5 thousand. Let us assume that actually he can sell the TV at 12.2K. So the profit per TV is 2.2K. And he can sell the VCR at 18.3K. So the profit per VCR is 3.3K. Let us assume that he sold A TVs and B VCRs. So the value of A plus B is 100. This is the total number of pieces that he bought, and he cannot spend more than 12 lakhs. So the value of 10A plus 12B is less than or equal to 1200, or the value of 2A plus 3B is less than or equal to 240, which would imply that B is less than or equal to 40 and A therefore will be greater than or equal to 60. So A is greater than or equal to 60, B is less than or equal to 40. What is the total profit that this guy makes? The total profit is 2.2A plus 3.3B, which is basically 2.2 into A plus B plus 1.1B, because we are just going to write 3.3B as 2.2B plus 1.1B. A plus B is 100. So this will be 2200 plus 1.1B. We are trying to maximize the profit. The maximum value of B is 40. So this is 1.1 into 40, which is equal to 44. This is 220. Because A plus B is 100, 2.2 into 100 is 220. So the total profit that they will make when maximized is 264,000, which is 2.64 lakhs. Let us look at the last question for today. Yes, Abanti Gangopadhyay, he is looking for a similar session on LRDS. We'll try to do it. We'll start off with this. Just remember one thing, Cracku will be conducting these kind of sessions every Saturday from 2 p.m. to 4 p.m. They will be very, very useful for you, so don't skip it. Interesting question, Jayant. He's asking me why I use long method to solve when I'm a 100 percentiler. The reason I'm a 100 percentiler is because I don't use shortcuts. Shortcuts will, if you are good at concepts, your accuracy will be 100%, which is very important. If you are using shortcuts, it is possible that you don't really know when to use that shortcut, whether that shortcut is applicable to certain concepts, whether it is applicable in certain situations. You will not be sure. You will also not be very, very confident of your skills. So your accuracy will dip. Most of the questions for CAT can be done by using proper methods, which is what I do. And whatever you call long methods, they are actually conceptually sound methods. They would ensure that you understand the concept better. Soumya wants to improve accuracy, increase attempts or limit attempts. In mocks, maybe limit attempts, because I want your confidence to be high. You should be confident of your attempts. So at least in the next 1 or 2 mocks, limit attempts. Try to get your accuracy high, because that will give you confidence. On the day of the examination, the strategy should be different. But to improve confidence, I would recommend you to limit the number of attempts you are making. Ashwini Singh wants to buy the question bank but couldn't find the link. You can enroll to the Cracku study room to get the question bank. or you can just send a mail to support@cracku.in. If any one of you is looking to enroll to any of our courses, please do send a mail to support@cracku.in. We will get back to you with the details about the particular course. Okay, let us answer this question. In this question, we are told that there is a person who borrows 6,000 at 5% interest. So this guy borrows 6,000. The rate of interest is 5%. And on reducing balance at the start of every year, he repays 1,200 rupees at the end of each year. Okay, find the amount of loan outstanding at the beginning of the third year. So at the end of the first year, 6,000 will accumulate some interest. So the amount that has to be repaid will be 6,000 into 1.05, which will be equal to 6,300. But now he repays off 1,200 of it. So the amount that is outstanding is only 5,100, which will accumulate interest of 5% for the second year. So the amount outstanding at the end of the second year is 5,100 into 1.05. You can use your calculator to figure out that this is 5,355. Again, he will repay off 1,200 from it. So the amount that is outstanding is 4,155 at the end of the second year, or basically at the start of the third year. So the answer for this question is option C. Okay guys, that is it for today. But if you're looking for future sessions which are similar to this, please do join us every Saturday from 2 p.m. to 4 p.m. There will be very useful sessions which are very similar to what we are doing. We'll be starting with Quant, but we'll also be doing some verbal sessions maybe in October, and maybe we'll also do some LRDA sessions if there is a lot of interest for it. If you have any doubts with respect to any of the 20 questions or with respect to your CAT journey, please do comment below this video. I look at all the comments and I'll try to respond to them to the best of my ability.